Guys, what's happening? It's Mike's Soul Dragon channel, and it is new comic book day. Picked up all my books today. As you can see, got a pretty good size stack right here. We'll go ahead and dive right into it. Sitting here at the top of the pile, and these books are in no particular order, just how they feel, so to speak. We've got Amazing X-Men #2. This is another Age of Revelation tie-in. This is the one that I would say, out of all the tie-ins that have to do with Age of Revelation, I would say that this one is probably the one that you want to be reading. Jed MacKay is the writer on this one, and he's been the one that is basically helming in charge of this event that the X-Men are having. So I would say that if you had to pick any one of these spinoffs to read, it would probably be this one right here. But I am also reading Radioactive Spider-Man. This is by Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly is currently writing the regular Amazing Spider-Man book, which I enjoy quite a bit, so I figured I would see what he's got to offer here. Then we've got Amazing Spider-Man #15. Like I said, Joe Kelly's writing this book, and this continues our adventure with Spider-Man in outer space. Quite a, not the usual setting for Spider-Man, being in outer space. So I was kind of surprised to see the direction that this book was going, but it has been a surprise to see how well Joe Kelly has Spider-Man interacting in outer space and dealing with all these different aliens he's encountering, and kind of like the new status quo or whatever you want to call it. To be sure, it's not permanent, him being in space, but still, it's been a pretty welcome surprise to see him there. Then we've got another one of the Age of Revelation spinoffs, Laura Kinney Sabretooth. Erica Schultz is writing this book, and she was the one who was also writing the Laura Kinney Wolverine book, which I enjoyed quite a bit. So when I saw that she was going to be working with Laura Kinney in the Age of Revelation book, I decided to go ahead and pick that one up as well. As I always say, when it comes to these tie-ins, you don't have to pick up all of them. Pick up the ones that feature characters you like or creators you like. None of them are, for the most part, the majority of them aren't really that essential. Just follow the characters and creators you like. You don't have to be a slave to pick all of them up. Then we've got Absolute Superman #13 right here by Jason Aaron. I quite like this variant cover right here. And as I've always say, Absolute Superman is the book that I gave up on first, and I came back to read it, and I'm glad I did. I really am enjoying very much what Jason Aaron has been doing with this version of Superman, and I really like the version of Krypton that Jason Aaron has given us. We've got a lot of different versions of Krypton over the years, and this one here, the one that he's shown us, has been really cool. I've kind of dug that a lot. Then we have Adventures of Superman, Book of L by Philip Kennedy Johnson. This is a mini-series. I want to say it's 12 issues, and this is part 3. So as soon as that wraps up, I'll be binging it. Batman #3 by Matt Fraction. Obviously, there's nothing more I can say about this book. I love the first 2 issues of it. I love this portrayal of Batman that Fraction's giving us, and I highly, highly recommend it. Then we have Avengers, another Jed MacKay book that's really great. We got a Aliens versus Captain America. This is a 4-issue miniseries by Frank Terry. I like some of the stuff I've seen by Frank Terry. The last thing he did was a Sabretooth miniseries that was set in like a Gangs of New York time period in the Marvel Universe. Kind of like a around, like if you've seen the movie Gangs of New York with Leonardo DiCaprio, that era, and he set a Sabretooth story in that time period that fit in with the rest of the Marvel Universe. So it's really cool, really fun. and I expect him, Frank Terry, to do a real solid job on this Alien versus Captain America miniseries here. I think it's only 4 issues, so it's going to be quick. So you kind of want it to be a little wrap up a little faster than drag on. At least that's how I look at it. Ultimates number 17 right here. This is my favorite book by Dennis Camp. I think this came out last week or 2 weeks ago, and I just have been now able to get a copy of it. My shop ran out, and I had to wait for them to order another one, so I'm looking forward to it. Death of Silver Surfer, number 5. This is the last part of the miniseries right here, so I'll get to dig out 1 through 4 upstairs and read it. And then, last but not least, we have Moon Knight number 14, another Jed MacKay book. Jed MacKay has really been making a career off of Moon Knight. He is, I think that's where a lot of us discovered him, and it's where he really rose to prominence. And it's just been really, really cool stuff that he's done with Moon Knight, and creating a really big supporting cast for him, and making like a little Moon Knight type family. This has been really interesting. So we've got Moon Knight. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 books this week. Pretty cool week. Pretty good solid week right here. I'm actually off of work for this weekend, so I'm going to have a whole lot of free time to read some comics and give my thoughts on everything that I've read. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys were able to get down to your shop, pick up some cool stuff, and have had fun reading some good books that you picked up. So till next time, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day, then bye-bye.